Hello everyone, welcome to a new video. It is me, Desiree, and today I wanted to share a 6-month update on some Glossier products that I bought 6 months ago. I bought 6 things. I did an unboxing, I did a try on like first impressions video, but I haven't really revisited them since then in a video, I don't think. So I wanted to just kind of update you 6 months later, what I like, what I don't like, what I still have, what I angrily threw in the trash the other day because it made me so mad. And I was gonna put these all on and then talk about them, but I thought I would just put them on for you a little bit. I do already have on the first product. So the first thing I bought is the Glossier Future Do Oil Serum Hybrid. So this is a lovely, rich, nourishing oil and serum mix. I see people use this a lot as a face primer, and that's how I was using it all the time because that's how I saw everyone using it, so I thought it was a face primer. I absolutely hate this as a face primer. I did put it on this morning though because let me show you what happened to my face. The other night, look at it. It's just so red and so bumpy. I don't know if you can see all the bumps, but I used a moisturizer the other night that had expired 3 years ago. It expired in November of 2019 and I used it anyway because it's one of my favorites. You'll see it in my empties this month. I use it anyway because it only had a couple uses left, and only like the same night my skin immediately freaked out. I mean it's absolutely covered in texture and bumps. It feels bad, it looks bad. Ugh. So I used this morning as the last step in my skincare routine because it's so nourishing. It feels wonderful on my skin. It's really heavy duty. It's definitely like, it's a really nice texture too, but you can see how glossy it goes and it will stay like that on your face. I've had this on for the better part of 20 minutes, I would say. And I feel like I just put on my skincare. It is sinking in really nicely, but to use as a face primer, I think it's a little much. But as the last step in a skincare routine, especially if you have dry skin, dry patches, I don't know, just dryness in general, this is so good for that. I absolutely love using this as the last step in my nighttime skincare routine. Without even using moisturizer, this stuff takes care of my skin and it feels so good. It does say to use 2 pumps. I think 2 is way too much. I only use 1. And I did use 1 pump on today just because I felt like I really needed it. My skin just felt, these little reaction I had is making my face feel so tight and dry, and this just brought it right back to life. But I don't like this as a face primer because it's too much. It's just too emollient, it's too rich, it's too much to use as a face primer, especially if you're gonna use the Glossier skin tint on top of it. It's too much, you know, and it'll stay tacky all day, like my hair will stick to my face. It's just a little bit much, like I said. But as a skincare product, love it, absolutely love it. It has a great scent, like just a natural earthy kind of smell. I really like this a lot. Wonderful last step in a skincare routine. And then I started putting this on. This is the other product I got, the Glossier Perfecting Skin Tint. I have the shade G11. It just comes in a little squirt bottle like this. I was putting this on and then I decided to film before I put all the products on. So I did do a layer of this, and as you can see, you could still see all the redness on my skin right here. It does look really good on top of the texture though. It doesn't cling to any dry patches or anything like that. If you have dry skin, dry patches and that kind of stuff is one of your concerns and a lot of makeup catches on it, this works really well on top of skin like that, but it's also very sheer coverage, as you can see. It gave me a little something, but not, it's not going crazy in the coverage department, but sometimes, you know, that's kind of just what you want. You want a little something, especially on how my skin is feeling right now. I haven't been putting on a ton of products. It is moisturizing though, and it feels more like a moisturizer than just a foundation, which is why I think if you use the what is this called? The Future Do as a primer and then this on top, it's too much moisture because the Future Do is so insanely moisturizing that this on top of it is just another layer of moisture, and it's a little much. So I say this is really good, but it's very moisturizing if that's something you want. I don't use this a lot. I use it on days when I just want a little something, but those days are far and few between. You know, I usually want everything. But now that my skin looks like this and feels like this has been coming in handy. And it's just a little something, you know, but it is very, very sheer coverage. So if you like that, that might be for you. It also wears well on top of texture, like I said. The next product I purchased is the Stretch Concealer in the shade, also in the shade G11. This is how it looks. It's just a little pot. And this is one of those concealers that I want more from it. Every time I use it, I'm like, oh, if it was just a little bit more, I would like it more. But it's a very sheer type of concealer, kind of the same with the skin tint. They go really well together because they're both on the lighter end of coverage. They both work really well together. They look good together, but it's very, very light. Like I'm gonna try to, okay, I need to put the mirror over here. So you can kind of see how it looks. Ooh, my face feels so warm right here where it's red. Like I could feel it just under my fingers. It's really light coverage, as you can see, but it is something. It's also a very tacky, dewy, emollient, really emollient concealer. I feel like all of these products would work really well if you have dry skin. I also think they work really well on aging skin. And that's one thing I really liked on the Glossier website. A lot of people with older people with like, you know, older skin really, really like the products because they say they work really well with dryness and they don't like settle into lines and stuff. And I would say this under my eyes does not work for me. It's too emollient. And I like an emollient concealer under my eyes, but it's too much, you know. But on the face, I do like it. I especially like it on a day like today where I just want a little something to cover up this redness, but not really to feel like a bunch of products on my skin. This is good for that. I'm not going to put it under my eyes though because I just really don't like it there. But as you can see, it's a little something, but you can still see a little bit through it. You can definitely still see your skin, but it kind of just, you know, it's a little something and I like it. It does exactly what it's supposed to do and it does it very well. The longevity is not amazing with this, as you can imagine. This too, the skin tint, it's not gonna last all day. It's not heavy duty or anything like that. But it's fine. I think it's good. I like it. It comes in handy for certain days like today, but it's not, you know, my go-to concealer. It's another one that I use when I want a light makeup day like today, but also those days are far and few between for me. But today, it's perfect and I like it. I'm glad I have this kind of concealer in my concealer arsenal, if you will. The next two products I have a Cloud Paint Seamless Cheek Color, and this is gonna work perfectly for a day like today because on a days like this where I am doing super barely there base, I don't usually put bronzer or highlighter or anything like that. I just kind of keep it like a no makeup thing. And this works really well for that kind of thing. This is another product I use. It's like dewy, another dewy product. If you have dry skin, this is the brand for you, I think. All the products are so dewy and they wear really well on top of texture, dry patches, anything like that. This is another product. It's just a little something. Works really well with the concealer and the skin tint. I think they I think I bought this in a set, like a value set. And I think they curated it really, really well because all the products work great together. Let's check out how it's looking on top of the texture. I feel like I covered up the redness on my skin and then I just put more on top to make it look red. But I want it to look red where I want it to look red, you know? Anyway, just a little something. I like it. I don't use this one that often. I kind of always forget that I even have this, to be honest. And I think because it is a dewy blush, like it stays dewy on my skin all day, it doesn't really dry down. It's not really my preference for blush, especially because I wear a mask all day at work. Like I don't want a bunch of dewy, tacky things underneath that. And although I like the way it looks, it's same thing with all of these products. I use them every now and then, but I do like having them because I don't really have anything else that's really dewy and watery like that looks nice. I do have some other like liquid blushes and I really don't like them. This is a good one. It's more like a thick liquid though. It's not really like a cream. It is more of a, I don't know, like a thick serum-y kind of blush, I guess. The last two products I had, okay, so I had the Boy Brow Brow Gel, and that's the one I was like trying to use it the other day. I just threw it hard as I could right into the trash. I hate that product. I don't get it. I don't get why people like it so much. It doesn't hold up my brows, and like I say all the time, I have like 12 brow hairs and I only really need this front part to stay up, but it doesn't hold up at all. I don't get how people are getting it to work for them. I don't understand it. It feels more like a brow conditioner, like a product you would use just to condition your brow hairs. It doesn't work for me as a brow gel, so I said goodbye to it the other day. So the last thing I have is the Glossier Lash Slick Mascara. I don't remember, is this a tubing mascara? Let me look it up real quick. I don't remember, but for some reason I feel like it is. So this is a tubing mascara. I knew it was. I always forget that I have this. I don't know why. It's just not my preference for mascara. Not that tubing mascara is not my preference, but this one. I just think it's a little too natural for me, but I like having it because, like with all the other products I just talked about, it comes in handy for days like this when I want this exact look. These products are exactly what I want. And usually when I'm doing something very, very natural like this, I go very natural with the lashes as well. I kind of just keep it all to look, you know, a little no makeup-y. But this to me is a little too natural. It does tint my lashes, it makes them look blacker, a little bit longer, but it's not, I don't know, just not my preference. And as I'm putting this on, would you believe it? I'm loving it. I don't know. Mascara is so weird because some days it's like, it's not doing anything for me. And then you go revisit it again in a couple weeks and it's like the best thing you've ever used. It has dried out a little bit and now it's amazing. What the heck? I think I like it. I literally was just gonna say, oh, it's too natural. It's just a little bit like blah for me. It just kind of makes the lashes look black and that's it. But now it's like, look at that. I like it. I looked over here and saw my camera battery flashing and I'm trying to rush and look what I did. I'm just gonna do that, it's fine. So the 6-month follow-up to Glossier, I like the products for what they are. They do what they're supposed to do. They are exactly what they say they are, and they'll give you a really nice no makeup look. You'll look like you have nice, juicy, healthy skin, even if you have very dry skin. So I like these products for that reason. And I love this. If there's one product out of all of these, I think the Future Do as a skincare product, amazing, absolutely amazing. This is the only thing I think out of all of these that I would repurchase. But that is it. That is my 6-month Glossier follow-up. Thank you so much for watching. If you've tried any of these products, let me know what your experience has been. I would love to know. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. And I will see you later in another video. Goodbye.